What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Cass here, and we are here to talk about the Washington football team, and why they will win the Super Bowl in 2022. So, starting off with this, we're going to start off with the quarterback, Ryan Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick's been up and down in his career, as everybody's been able to see. He's one of the smartest quarterbacks in the league. I think, he graduated from Harvard, and I believe he also posted the highest Wonderlic score in NFL history, if I'm correct on that, which I believe I am. The rise of star running back Antonio Gibson and receiver Terry McLaurin, as well as bringing in Curtis Samuel and one of the most overlooked signings so far, is being Adam Humphries, who was an incredible third down receiver for Ryan Tannehill when he was on the Tennessee Titans. Logan Thomas, converted quarterback. I think Big John Bates, is going to be able to make a team, but I'm not going to overlook these guys either. De'Ami Brown and Dax from BYU, two rookie receivers. I think they could possibly get a good amount of showing this year, as well as Antonio Gandy-Golden and Steven Sims Jr. This is a very young receiving core that could very much grow to be something. And if y'all had saw, I was looking in more on Dylan Moses. And the reason I was doing that is because they drafted Sam Cosmi to possibly play left tackle opposite of Morgan Moses. Morgan Moses really does look to be this veteran on this defensive line. Brandon Sheriff and Chase, I believe Brandon Sheriff also is up there in age as well, so he's probably going to look to be a veteran on this team too. I think Chase is more on the younger side, and I'm not even going to lie, I don't have any idea who this guy is, so I wouldn't be surprised if they started Eric Flowers there, even though Eric Flowers is incredibly been known as one of the worst tackles in the league for a good amount of years now. So I think that's a complete rundown. Oh, they also have Lamar Miller, which I didn't know about. Lamar Miller was a really good running back for quite some time. I think he played Miami and Houston. So that's something. They have one of the best special teams in Dustin Hopkins and Tress Way. I really like that special teams unit. But this is where I think this team really prospers, and that's the defensive side of the football. David Mayo, I believe he played with the Patriots, if I'm correct. David Mayo, Patriots. If I'm correct, he played with the... Did he ever play with the Patriots? No, that was Jared Mayo. My apologies. David Mayo never played for the Patriots. Okay. I like the draft of Shaka Tooney out of Penn State. I like that. I like having Matt Ioannidis and Jonathan Allen inside. I like Darren Payne inside as well. I like Montez Sweat and Trey Young on the outside. That's going to be really good. Having Jamin Davis inside with John Bastic is going to be really good. Kendall Fuller, I'm hoping can be a leader on this team. I think this is their first year with Willie Jackson. They may have got Willie Jackson 2 years ago. They also have White Lightning down here. Troy Apke. We have the guy that had an absolute breakout season last year in Cameron Curl, as well as the hard hitter himself, Landon Collins. So this could look to be a very impressive secondary, much like the Arizona Cardinals. That's some breaking news right there. New York Giants signed former first rounder Kelvin Benjamin, a wide receiver. I think he plays tight end. He worked primarily as tight end at his tryout. Yeah. Okay. So now Washington, of course. If you guys have seen any of my other videos on this, they are currently stacked at 4-0 from these other predictions that I've done. They are stacked 4-0. I believe They hold 2 wins over the Giants. Yeah, they hold 2 wins over the Giants. Hold up, let me get back on them. Here we go. They hold 2 wins over the Giants, a win over the Broncos, and a win over the Raiders. So let's get into the rest of this. I think they open up week 1. They take a win against Los Angeles. So they start off 2-0. Then they drop one to Buffalo. They get one back to Atlanta. So they start off being one of the better teams in the NFL with a 3-1 record. Depending on how the Saints are doing with Jameis at this point, I think Washington could win this game. But saying that the Saints do well and the Saints have an improved team, and say that the Saints did the right thing with drafting Peyton Houston. No, I think he's out of Houston. Saints first round pick. Peyton Turner out of Houston. Yeah, that's who it was. I don't know why. I've always wanted to call him Peyton Houston. Anyway. But we're going to go with New Orleans there. Alright, we're going to give Kansas City the dub there. We're going to have Washington getting the dub against Green Bay. Give Tampa the win against Washington there. Have Washington get the dub there. We're also going to have Washington get the dub against Seattle. At this point, I'm seeing that Washington looks like they're going to be very impressive this year. With this, you got to really look at it. Washington's not at the point to be up there with Kansas City or Tampa Bay, but they're definitely getting there. If they can fix their quarterback issue, and this is if Ryan Fitzpatrick can perform to the level I think in this offense that he should be able to perform to. Now, if he comes out and throws 40 interceptions in a season, this isn't going to work out the way I think it will. But say what Ryan Fitzpatrick's able to put together a actually good season. For the first time in his career, he has a really good core of receivers, a really good star running back, a not in shambles offensive line, and a studded defense. So there is no reason that Ryan Fitzpatrick shouldn't succeed. And that's why I have Washington winning out the rest of these games. I'm actually going to have them drop one to Philly, because I don't think they'll fully shut out everybody in the division. I think they'll either drop one to Dallas or Philly, or maybe New York. But I have them going 12-5. I have them winning the NFC East. And I overall think that Washington can make a heavy push into the playoffs. And how it all depends on how, because one thing that I think is one of the biggest news in the NFL going into this season, are Washington going to go in as the Washington football team, which I think they might, just to have a full offseason of branding as the new team name next year. But we will see. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of why your team will win the Super Bowl. Washington Football Team Edition. I'll see you guys in the next video. This has been your boy Cass, signing out. Bye, guys.